They had Susu in the Caribbean, where it was like a mutual fund.
Oh,
You remember
they
that?
talked about Susu last.
Where everybody would give $100 a week or something like that, and then it went around to.
But we don't trust one another, so.
Well, we have not. No, we do. We do, but we have to find our people,
Yeah.
and that's the most important.
And we
And
do
how do
trust
we do
each
that?
other.
How do we find our people? How do we
You is on-
build that
Keep
trust?
looking.
How do we identify and it's a mindset change.
It
We
is.
need to do a mindset change and evolve to the next level. And this is what I'm like trying to.
We do it by staying in business for how many years?
But don't you change the expectations as well?
Yes.
The expectation isn't
Yes.
there.
And remember that there's always somebody somewhere who's doing it right, and we need to capitalize on them. I think one of the worst things that we can do is say, we don't work together enough. Yes, we do. What
Yes,
do we do in this room?
Yes, we do.
So we
No.
have to continue focusing on, yes, we do, because we've done it. We've done it over and over. On little scales, where I grew up, in big scales in Black Wall Street. We've always done it. And we
But
need
we've
to,
lost it.
No, we haven't.
No, we haven't. Why are we?
No, we haven't. Listen,
You
let me
have
tell
a
you.
global perspective, and so you've
No,
been
no,
out
no,
there
no,
long
no, no,
enough.
no. My family's from Oklahoma. We're from Greenwood.
So is he.
We're from I didn't know that.
Same time.
1 degree of separation.
Okay. We're from Bowley, Wild Horse Creek, Greenwood, Tishmango, Milo. They all had, I had uncles who had gas stations in Los Angeles when I was a little kid.
But we don't see a lot of that here.
But
at that level anymore.
how many knew that John Douglas was in business? How many know? There are so many black businesses. By the way, I have to announce, Reggie Turner, who produced Before They Died, Reggie Turner and Charles Ogletree. We were in school together, and they produced a movie called Before They Die, and it's about the bombing of Black Wall Street. And that movie is going to be here in the Bay. It's going to be in Menlo Park, over someplace. And I'm just so excited that we can bring that information. I want you to share that information.
Absolutely.
And have discussions and talk about how can we create our own Black Wall Streets today.
I think she's right too. I mean, I think it's right to say that we are doing it in pockets. I think it's also
It
right
is
to
pockets.
say
Mm-hmm.
that we're not doing it anymore. And in fact, I think in so many ways we're conditioned to compete and not cooperate.
Really?
And it's in so many ways we're conditioned to
Integration has
compete
hurt us
and
a
not
lot.
That's all.
cooperate.
That's
What?
the next
A lot of
discussion.
that integration
Yes.
stuff is, this young man who's gone to all white schools, said, I was talking to him about going to an HCBU, and he said, I want to go, you know how those people are.
No.
Yeah. A lot of young people who they're in Sunnyvale. They go to school with only black, Indian, Asian, not black, white, Asian, whatever. They never see a group of black people in conversation doing something. What he sees is boys in the hood and all,
Well, I didn't
stuff.
even go to a HBCU. I get always confused.
But that attitude is too pervasive, and we have to, in my opinion, we have to continually work against it. I pray for the kids who are the only black kids in a school, because I know how difficult that can be. And a lot of people, Rachel Robinson, Jackie Robinson's wife said, we took our kids to Stamford, Connecticut because they would get the best education we thought.
And look what happened.
And look what happened.
Yeah.
So the lessons are there, we just have to stay with it.
Are you a Delta?
I am.
I am too. And in Delta in Denver, Colorado. And my Delta sisters have done more to
Deltas
teach me
are good at
about
this.
collective cooperation. Deltas always come to Paris. Deltas, I mean, these sisters are powerful. For me, I didn't go to a historically black college, but I did belong to an organization where the women were so serious. And so it has to come through different ways.
I grew up in Richmond, and I went to San Jose State. My concern is the sorority secretary, we're all separate. Why can't we come together collectively? And that is part of changing the narrative in this new global evolution, because everybody got their pockets of money over here. Let's be collective and come together. That's Elisa Riley. That's why I brought this up one time and somebody chewed me out on Facebook. In a sorority, and I was just sharing my opinion. They went to my page. But that's another challenge that we have, because we've been conditioned to have these individual segregated entities. Now it's a new day, right? We need to pull all these resources together in one pocket, and then
It is a
impact our
fight.
community.
It's a struggle. You got to pull
But
people
it's our
along.
mindset and the
Yeah.
way we've been conditioned in this society, and I believe that's why a lot of us are leaving and going to other countries and leaving that mentality and leaving that mindset. That's some of it. That's some of it. Because I'm talking, you know, you talk to people globally. I'm talking to sisters in Mexico that have left the United States.
Yeah.
I'm talking to sisters in Paris. I'm talking to sisters in, I met a sister in Bangkok. And they got hundreds of black folks living in Bangkok because one is the cost of living.
Cost of living
And
is
they've
better,
gotten
yeah.
away from the racism here.
Yeah.
And they created their own global citizenship. That's the next conversation that we're going to be having. And so all I'm saying is, we as black people, black women, I'm concerned about the sisters and being left behind in this whole global economy that's going on. We're going to be talking about cryptocurrency and how to build our businesses and invest our businesses in cryptocurrency, because that's the next digital economy. But we're scared of it. We're afraid of it. Why? Because we've been conditioned to be afraid of something that we don't understand. And here I am, I'm old, right? But I see what's happening globally, and I want to take us to the next level so we can learn and grow and be a part of that journey, right?
It starts here, though. It really
cybersecurity,
starts here.
technology. We don't have no clue about how to protect our data and our information.
But wait,
and our
there's a
businesses.
black man in Oakland. He
What?
and his wife.
Tony. Tony.
Harris,
I
Tony
love
and Angela.
Tony.
I haven't met Tony.
Tony
They come
Harris
to
is
Paris.
great.
They come
Yeah.
to Paris all the time.
He's one of the
El
original
Mansour?
founders of the National Society of Black Engineers.
Okay.
Yeah. So they are doing, and they have a group of folks that they work with. They're doing
Yeah.
very well in cybersecurity.
But he's one
Exceeding.
person.
But I don't
That's
know
a
all of his
market.
friends, but there are others.
So, and because I have a tech background, and you guys know I was at Lockheed forever. And I was excited about that piece,
Yeah.
right? And now that's a part of me. And so one of the things we're going to be doing is educating the sisters on how to protect their data and their information in small businesses, because we don't have the money that large corporations have to do the forensics and the analysis on
We'll
the
approach
information.
Angela. Angela Harris. She and her husband
absolutely.
started.
So I talked to Mansour. He has a tech school in Berkeley. He's the NAACP president. He has ICT Tech school in Berkeley. We're gonna get together with him. But also I went over to Palo Alto Networks here in Santa Clara County. There's a brother, M.K. Palmore, who was the chief security officer for the FBI. He is going to be a
Very
speaker
good.
at our event.
Wonderful.
And so we wanted, I wanted a woman. I couldn't find a woman of his caliber. When I looked at his LinkedIn, I was like, oh no, we got to have him, right? Because there's no woman on the West Coast that's going to be able to have those credentials. But we wanted
And
to
he might be
assist
able
us.
to turn you on to the person who would. We are in so many areas,
Exactly.
and we don't know.
We don't know what we don't know, and my
Yeah.
job through
So we have to
is to
ask.
bring that to the sisterhood and empower them and educate them on the
Yeah.
opportunities that they don't even know about that exist.
Mhm.
And the opportunities in cyber for women of color, they're looking for us. And that will take us globally
And-
around the world, right? And the African sisters as well. They're
Yeah.
already there. So you're right in your point. They're ahead of us. However, that's the next level. how do we bridge our relationships and our communication culturally with the African sisters, the African American sisters and the African sisters?
Trust,
Building
being a
the
person
trust,
of your word.
coming together in our communities and having a dialogue and
Consistency.
exchange with one
Yeah.
another. That is going to be another component of what else, to build those relationships and go to other countries and go to trade missions to Africa, get certifications for international trade, so we can learn how to go and trade. You're already doing it, but a lot of us don't know how to do trade. We don't understand it. But to be able to go to the continent and be exposed to those businesses and resources and partner with those groups in that network in different countries. So those
That
are
is
a
the
lot
next
of
phase.
things
That's what Ghana
that's the next level that we
pushing.
want to go to.
and Namibia.
Namibia,
Namibia, Uganda,
to Senegal.
Senegal's long been doing it.
Against Zimbabwe.
Oh, Zimbabwe?
Anyway, this has been a great discussion. I really, I appreciate you guys for taking the time out of your busy schedules to share. This is the first level.